Well, hey there, everybody. It is Writer Wednesday. And of course, my husband's phone is going off the second I go live. Go figure. So hopefully you can't hear it. But at any rate, today we are going to go live and we're going to be talking about the concept of what to do when you are rapid releasing and you start to experience burnout. So we've talked about this in the past a little bit more with author overwhelm. And it's something that is very closely tied. It's very similar, but it's not quite the same. So what I want to say about rapid release burnout is that when you're doing rapid releasing, it's like taking author overwhelm and increasing it exponentially, right? So you're going to be dealing with so many different things when you're rapid releasing. You're going to be dealing with writing, editing, marketing. Maybe you're doing covers. Maybe you're doing audiobooks. Maybe you're doing the main concepts of trying, like with me, I'm list aiming with this rapid release series. So there's a lot of different elements that you could be doing, and each of those can compile on top of each other, making burnout even more of a big deal. Add on top other jobs, freelance gigs, family obligations, friend obligations, anything like that that you're doing, and you've just got yourself a whole lot of stuff that you've piled onto your shoulders. And burnout can happen not just because of the one thing, but because of everything when you're not taking time for you. Okay, so what do you do to avoid burnout? Well, it's obviously to build in time into your day, into your weeks, and into your year in order to take time that's just yours. And now, what does that mean? It really honestly means taking breaks and actually scheduling them. I don't know if you're like me, but if you are, it can actually be something that's a challenge because you're so used to going and being busy and doing things over and over and switching gears and doing the next thing and kind of working on so many multiple projects all at the same time. But the problem with that is that your brain does still need a break. Even if you're a high performer, even if you're someone who can do a lot of different things at once, even if you're good at juggling stuff, your brain can only go for so long. And it needs those down times, that unwinding time. So one of the recommendations, according to various studies, is that every 50 to 90 minutes, you're taking at least, at minimum, a 15-minute break. And now, what does a break mean? Because I know for me, I don't always, or haven't always, considered a break the same as I do now. So in the beginning, I used to think, okay, well, I'm working on this thing. If I take a break and I go listen to a podcast, which is still talking about publishing, writing, then I'm utilizing my time better, my break time, and I'm able to function better. That is not the case. As it turns out, if you're still using your brain to think about something that you're working on, whether it be learning marketing or understanding how to publish a book or any of those things, when it's the same type of brain processing that you're already using, it's actually keeping you in that in heightened state of alertness and trying to keep going, and it's not effective. What you should actually be doing is taking those 15 minutes and decompressing. Walk away from your computer, walk away from any electronic devices, literally go for a walk, talk to a friend, meditate, go do a workout. We're talking about doing something that is, I guess, in a sense, physically different from what you are doing when you're sitting at your computer and working, because you want to be able to move your body. You want to be able to reset your mind. And all of those things have to be done either very intentionally and deliberately, or they have to be done in a way where you're just not using that kind of muscle of your brain. So if you go for a walk, it's a completely different muscle that you're expressing and utilizing, because you're looking at nature, you're enjoying what's around you, you're maybe talking to a friend. All of those things are very, very different from what you're doing when you're actually writing, editing, marketing, all of those things. Okay, but beyond that, I also want you to be thinking about vacation times. And this is something that is going to be big for me next year. We just came back from a camping trip, which is only 3 days. Well, it was meant to be 3 days almost, and it turned out to be much shorter than that. Long story. Go over to my author page and view my newsletter if you'd like to be able to figure that one out. It was crazy. But ideally, you want to be taking somewhere between 30 and 45 days yes, days per year to just decompress and not be working on something. And I know a lot of authors who rapid release are going to think, oh my God, how do you do that? If I'm releasing a book a month, or if I'm releasing a book every 2 months, whatever their launch schedule is, how do I take time for myself? Well, you have to. And the way that you do it is by being very deliberate and intentional about when you have your vacation times. So, for example, in October here, I'm going to be, well, probably September, but sometime between September and October, I'm going to be sitting down, looking at my calendar for 2021 and mapping out when I'm actually going to take some vacation times, like literally leaving my house and going someplace else. And the reason for it is because your brain needs that time away from your normal routine and your normal situation, and ideally to be traveling, because there are so many benefits beyond just creativity. But that's actually one of the big boosts. You get a creativity boost, a productivity boost, and you actually get stress relief. All of those things are super important when you are a high achiever and you are someone that is doing a lot of things all at once. And rapid releasing, my friends, that's a lot of things all at once. So I need you to be thinking about whether or not you can start to plan your vacation times very intentionally for 2021. I know this year's a little bit probably out of the question because we've been doing this now for 2 quarters already. We're in the beginning of the 3rd quarter of this year. So perhaps creating your vacation plan for the rest of this year is already done, or maybe it's just not possible. If it isn't, then at least start it for 2021. Now in October, I'm going to be coming back here and letting you know what my actual plans are so that I can put it out into the universe, let you know that this is what my plan is, what my deal is, and then I have to stick to it because I've put it into the universe. I don't know if you can hear my son. He's upstairs, goodness knows doing what in Minecraft on his Xbox, but he's very loud. He sounds like he's actually doing some sort of like kickboxing situation. Anyhow, that's what I want you to be thinking about. Think about how you want to incorporate vacation time and downtime into your writing routine. Look, rapid releasing, it's fun. It can help you to get to where you want to go so much faster. But we have to remember that we're still people. We're not machines. And in order to continue to go forward without complete and utter burnout, where your creativity well has dried up and you are ready to snap, you need to make sure that you are taking care of yourself and taking care of the relationships you have around you and taking care of your inner well-being. All of those things are very important because I know when you are your own boss, especially like I have been since 2014, 2015, somewhere in there, you need to be able to be a better boss to yourself and allow yourself that time to be able to step away, because it's not just about the productivity every single day and getting things done that are on that to-do list. It's about your long-term productivity and being able to live with the schedule you've created for yourself and live with the creativity, editorial calendars and everything that you're doing. And sometimes that does mean being more creative and being more productive by stepping away from it all. All right, guys, hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully it made sense. And if you've got any questions or anything that you would like to elaborate on, or let me know about what your vacation times look like, or your times off, your break times, whatever, leave me a comment under the video today and let me know. Otherwise, I will see you again next week, same time, same place. Bye, guys.